As long as you like try to stay still ish, like not try to move a ton. Like if you're gonna be like back and forth all the time. But I mean that was the case at the old studio too. Like those chairs would squeak if you moved around them too much. So
fuck them chairs at the end of the day. You get an hour deep into that shit and those chairs kind of are like, all right, I'm done with dinner.
Right. Yeah, well now it's our fucking dining room table, so
see, yeah,
that's a whole thing.
Perfect. That is very good though. Those are very good dining room chairs, I will say that.
Hell yeah. We strive for comfort here at the with Unfiltered Uncensored podcast.
Unhinged.
Unfiltered Unhinged podcast.
Unhinged Uncensored.
Fuck, god damn it.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Unhinged and Uncensored podcast with LoLo Savage, Coleman McAllister. This is episode 1, testing. We're fucking it up.
Jesus, we're keeping
I feel like that moment right there was like meant to be. It's like, yeah.
Is my camera broken? No, we're good.
This is gonna be perfect fucking blooper content right here.
Nah, fuck it. Let's keep it in. Let's just jump right into it. Guys. The unfiltered. Unhinged.
And uncensored.
Unhinged, uncensored. I'm gonna have to get that tattooed on my arm or something. Unhinged, uncensored. Guys, you and I have been talking about doing this podcast for like, I mean, I've brought it up to you at least for a year, if not 2, talking about starting a podcast together. We're finally here. This is actually the second podcast that's ever been recorded in the studio right now. So it's an honor to do this, man. Thank you for finally coming together and making this happen. I think it's awesome.
I think it's shit. No.
Fuck this bullshit. I was promised some quality. I have to hold my microphone.
We've been here for 5 minutes and we haven't even completed a fucking thing. Nah, dude, it's good though. And congratulations for real. Congratulations on the new space. The house is awesome. I just had a hair on my lip. It's gross, dude. Every morning, dude, I wake up and I don't know what it is, but like I'll just have like hairs, like animal hair, like stuck to my lips and shit, and it fucking drives me nuts. Every morning I'll be gagging and almost throw up due to just like finding hairs right on the inside of my mouth. That shit is so fucking disgusting, bro.
Well, you and I have the same amount of pets, like, cause I have this problem all the time too. Like, it's a little better now, but I always had the problem where I would find like hair in my weed, and you have like a whole battle where you're just like going through your fucking on your tray.
Yeah, it's way worse now too. Like that, because Pedro's dogs.
How many animals are in your house right now?
4.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
All right.
And then the big thing about it is though, like Grizz, she a chocolate lab and she's a fucking husky. And then her and Bo's puppy obviously has the husky in her. She got the eyes and shit. So they shed like a motherfucker, dude. That shit, man, motherfuckers.
How does it feel having, because me and Molly are right now talking about getting another member to our animal family. We're thinking about getting another cat. I guess 2 questions. How does it feel having 4 animals in the house, and do you recommend it for us?
I mean, it's really about financials at the end of the day, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying?
Disregard the financial, just baseline emotional stress level, whatever. Like, how is that?
Oh, stress, fucking dude. It's like, I love the stress, bro. I love it. I would add 2 more dogs if I could. Which, like, I could financially feed 2 more dogs, but
it's a lot of dogs.
Yeah, it's like, and then it's like vets and shit like that. Like if something happened to one of them, That's where it like really comes into play. I feel like that's the biggest thing that you have to worry about. Like, do you have some type of support system, or do you have the financial backup on your own to be able to help your animal in a situation that something happens with them?
Yeah, it's hard, man. I remember I had put down dog, and we spent thousands of dollars on that fucking dog with like getting this like cyst out over and over again, all that, and like she still just fucking still passed, like, you know, still got too old. Like, there's just a point where you're just throwing money in the thing, and it's hard to fucking it's hard to justify.
I feel that, dude. I feel that. I don't even know, fucking, like, at this point with me and Bo, absolutely, like, if something happened to him, then I'm fucking putting the money in. Like, I'm gonna do whatever I have to do. But, like, I don't know. My parents are fucking nuts, dude. They're some fucking weirdos, bro. They fucking got a dog. They paid for a dog to get, like, a cyst removed from the stomach or something like that. And, like, so they adopted this dog and paid for this expensive ass surgery just to have this little rad ass fucking dog in the house that doesn't really do a goddamn thing. She's the lamest fucking dog that they have in their fucking house too. Her name's Kalu.
Of course, she's the lamest.
Yeah, I don't even give a fuck. She just fuck. Yeah, I'm just like, bro. I'm like, why did you guys do it? They work like 14-hour days, dude. They're gone all the time. I'm like, why did you?
How are they taking care of those animals and taking them out? Do they have people coming and like letting them out, or are they just going for 14 hours?
Yeah, our family is just a whole big help system, honestly. Like, I'm sure my Uncle Stacy goes over there and helps. I know their new German Shepherd, Ivy. That bitch is fucking nuts, too. She got so much energy, bro. She's the only dog that I've ever seen absolutely dust Bo. Like, you throw a toy out there, she's fucking gone. She's built like one of those police German Shepherds, 100%. She goes to doggy daycare. Yeah, they pay for fucking daycare for a fucking dog.
Okay,
daycare.
So that's how they do it. They do daycare.
Why'd you get her?
That's...
What the fuck?
You want kids, but you can't have kids, so you're like, I'm just gonna have a dog instead. That's what I mean. That's what I'm doing, essentially. Just having...
Yeah.
Just feeling...
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I can get down with that, dude. If I just, like, end up with a bunch of fucking dogs, like, just me and all my dogs. Oh, my God. But until they start fucking dying.
Yeah, that's when it gets really rough, man.
It's like as soon as you get a pack put together, you have a pack of like 5 of them, and then one fucking croaks. And then you just go and get a new one to help with the sadness. And you're like, this isn't a replacement, but it's really a fucking replacement. And then you just live in this endless cycle of just dogs dying and getting new dogs.
I think about this
and just
all the
raising
time.
These children just to fucking die years before you. And I don't know. I don't get it. But you know what? I feel like there's definitely camaraderie in that.
Yeah.
Like, to just consistently be taking on animals because there's so many of them. They're not out here like breeding them and shit. And fucking,
I agree.
Like, they're just taking them in. They're like, they need a home. I'm giving them one. But if my mom doesn't stop sharing these fucking posts about all these fucking dogs that need a home, I'm going to end up with too many.
Yeah, I'd be more open to like talking about like kids. Like, I'd be more open to like adopting a child versus like having my own. Like, I think there is like a lot of utility in the idea of like someone not breeding and just being like, okay, there's a lot of excess here. Why don't I take some of that, you know? How many? Let me ask you this: how many?
I like nutting inside bitches too much.
You've been lucky so far, though.
I'm gonna need my own. You know, and I believe in women's choice for women's stuff. You know, I respect a girl that doesn't want to.
Should we have an applause button right here for?
Yeah. Dear Iowans, when I run for governor, I promise to let women make decisions for women.
Late term, baby. Fuck, after term.
Okay,
term.
You know what? That actually is something I've been interested in lately, because I took the time out of my fucking day for whatever reason to watch the entire Republican debate.
Yeah.
And they talked quite a bit about abortion. And terms. and shit like that.
Yeah, Trump came under some hot water for that because he was actually very like not dismissive, but like empathetic towards like that, the whole abortion topic, and he was like, "I'll compromise with you on that." And
Oh yeah,
Republicans fucking
dude.
Flipped.
I'm sure he wants I'm sure he wants them bitches to fucking. You know what I'm saying?
He was. What's the fucking porn star's name he was with?
I don't know, but he was dude,
Something Daniels.
he's probably paid for plenty of abortions.
Oh, I'm sure. 100%. After he had an autistic kid, he was like, "All right, I gotta stop."
God damn it. We gotta put a fucking stop to this shit. I brought him into this world, and one of these days, I'm gonna take him the fuck out. Oh, fuck, dude. Nah, Trump definitely paid for hella abortions.
100%.
100%.
He has a whole percentage of his bank account like set aside.
It's like, nah, this is just in case I fuck up with a lady. That's that. This is the money I keep to the side. So when I either accidentally, you know what I'm saying, I say something insulting and then she tries to come at me, we're going to shut it down real quick with about like $200,000. And you know what? She's going to take it. She's going to take the money.
Every fucking time. You think Trump's got to come back? You think we're going to see him as a president for a second term or nah?
You know,
or
I want to talk about this, but I also want to backtrack because
Okay,
I want to know if you were in charge of it right now. You were governor of Iowa.
Oh, governor of Iowa. Oh, excuse me. Sorry. Yeah, going back to this.
What do you do about abortion?
Legalize it. 100%.
Like all the way through, full term?
Full term, yes. Yeah, I mean, I guess at the end of the day, I believe that it is a choice. There are aspects to that I personally am morally opposed to, but I don't believe that I have the capacity to have rule over people in a sense and be like, hey, you cannot do this. I think a lot of problems actually arise from enforcing that law that wouldn't be there otherwise. And we live in the day and age of birth control. I don't think that there's the whole idea of enforcing it in that way. I'm opposed to it. I believe that people are intelligent enough to be able to make their own choices, and I tend to try to leave that up to them. So that's my opinion. Coleman McAllister for governor.
Oh. You might beat me out, dude. You might beat me out in the running, honestly. I think I'd put a cap on that shit, but it wouldn't be like no 6-8 week cap something.
No.
You know what I'm saying? I believe that because if you put a 6 week cap, you might not even realize that you're pregnant until 3 weeks in, and then you got 3 weeks to figure out a way to fucking get your shit. And then if you go to a different state, there's possibilities that they could pursue criminal charges. That shit's insane.
I will say this, where I stand morally, I guess. I think if the baby is viable and there's no medical harm or confusion or risk or whatever, then it's morally wrong to take that life.
Yeah.
At that point,
especially to an extent, at least
unless it's for rape, incest, or like I said, a medical thing. But yeah, I think
I just feel like there's at least some term. If some chick was yeah, I'm 8.5 months pregnant, I'm going in to get my abortion tomorrow.
Yeah, well, that's viability. Viability is 6 months, 6-7 months.
Yeah, that's fucking.
I think that most people are draw that line there at viability. Because that I think is the barrier that you cross when you go into full what is the same capacity of a life as a baby or a child or you or me or whatever, that same realm of it. I don't know. It's an interesting. We're getting deep here. This truly is unhinged and unfiltered.
He said right, wrong. Nope, wrong again.
That's why we need to get a big sign that we can just put right here. Sorry, I remember.
And then we'll put a mirror down there so that you can always read it.
We just set up a little mirror right there.
Oh my god.
We actually have a teleprompter back behind the cameras. That's how I do this.
Now I've been super curious about people's opinions on that since but I work with a lot of women. And so I don't even want to bring up the topic.
Oh, yeah, no.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what's ballsy? Women who, like Kim Reynolds, who are just like full on, like, fuck you, bitches.
Yeah.
Like, we're not letting you have any of that. Like, that's ballsy as shit.
I know, dude. She definitely,
like some black Nazi
she
shit,
munched
you know?
carpet, bro.
What?
She munched the fuck out some carpet. I guarantee it, dude.
You think she
likes women, dude.
You think
Have
so?
you seen her when she's in a
She does
picture
seem the
with
type.
men, and then when she's in a picture with a lady?
No, I wish we
When
had an
she's in a
assistant here.
picture with like men and stuff, like she'll be like more like straightest faced. You know what I'm saying? Not like showing teeth as much in the smile, but she be cheesing. Real eye, you see the creases. Whenever she's with other women like her age, bro, I bet she was a freak in college.
Oh, yeah.
Freaky deep Kim Reynolds. Goddamn. Her name's Kim, too. Son of a bitch.
Yeah, it's, we need to fucking get rid of that bitch. Fuck. Vote Rick
I know,
Stewart.
dude. We got to get you in there.
Get me. I could be the new libertarian candidate.
You're going to go in there and be like, yo, I'm from the Unhinged and Unfiltered podcast. I'm here to become Iowa of governor.
Iowa governor. just show up fucking lit. Just be.
I don't know. I'm gonna say. Okay, real shit though. Real shit. You just became governor of Iowa. What's the first fucking thing you do?
I quit because I don't want that fucking job. No. First thing I do, goddamn, legalize drugs.
All drugs?
All drugs.
All drugs.
Every single one. First thing I
All
do.
amounts.
Yep.
Oh my god.
Yep. Every single one.
I was just gonna start with legalizing weed.
No, all of it. Every
Okay.
single thing.
Legalize drinking and driving while you're at it. Raise the legal limit. You ever seen that video where the guy's like, "What's that mean?" And the cop's like, "It means you're twice the legal limit." And he says, "Twice in legal minute." I'm like, I watched that shit like 100 times, bro, back to back. Cause dude, the dude gets so serious. He say, "Twice in legal minute." I'm like, bro, this nigga's stupid. How do you get that fucking drunk? I don't think maybe I've been that drunk. It's a little wild.
Yeah. Well, I mean, look, like even like drinking and driving, right? Like, I don't condone drinking and driving generally. Like, I don't think it's a good idea. But like, I think it's kind of ridiculous to like be able to not admit that like someone having like a Miller Lite, like someone like a seasoned alcoholic, like going out having a Miller Lite with the drive. I think it's fair to say the chance of anything really happening in that scenario is less than 99% or less than 1%.
Yeah.
I mean, I would say the same with like smoking or like really like.
Well, a lot of times too. This is what I don't like. Okay, so if I've been drinking, all right. I'm 22. All right. I'm been drinking. You don't even necessarily have to be like blackout drunk. You know what I mean? And then let's say you go and you decide to fucking start speeding. You got some friends in the car with you. Alcohol's got you feeling a little hype, and so you want to fucking speed. I mean, that's just you being an idiot.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, if you wreck that shit, it's not necessarily that you wrecked because you were drunk. You might not have even been drunk and still been with your friends in that case scenario, and you still might have got talked into driving fast and reckless and still wrecked. And then what? So it's like if you get into a fender bender and then you get tested and you get THC in your system, then they automatically assume that you wrecked because you were high.
Yeah, well, and to bring this back into full circle with the law stuff, that person who's going to go drink and drive, he's going to do that regardless of what law is in place. I'm not an anarchist. I don't necessarily believe in no laws, but I think restricting laws, limiting the words that are written down in the book, quote unquote, I think that just creates a better and freer society. And I'm willing to, just let the cards fall as they may.
Yeah.
And all that.
I mean, I think heavier punishments is a good thing. Like to lessen 100%. Restrictions, though. Like, fucking a lot of people, like in the Danny Masterson case, okay? Apparently he raped 2 women, right? And then he gets convicted of it. They give him 30 years to life. And some people are like, that's too fucking much. That's too much. I'm like, is it? I mean, I don't really know. Because I think about it like I'm talking to myself, and I'm like, okay, so what if you were the judge? What would you sentence a dude to for prison time if he raped 2 women? And I'm like, never thought about it. Never thought about what's a good time period for that. And it's like, maybe he's getting set as an example, though. Maybe it's like, hey, stop fucking raping girls.
Yeah.
And then you won't go to prison for 30 years to life. You know what I mean? Which also, the bad part comes in that we have such a fucked up, corrupted system, and there's dudes in prison right now for rape and molestation and shit that didn't actually do it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess that's kind of a harder issue to discern, right? Like, I'm a big believer that, like, the main focus that of like the police and in terms of like arresting people should be on murderers, like people who are taking lives, like actually inflicting harm upon others. Like, that should be the number one priority, in my opinion. Beyond that should be like pedophiles. Like, that should be like the police department's number one priority, because that's just the most evil shit that anyone can do.
Pedophilia, molestation, rape, regardless of the age range, still all fits into kind of like the same.
Sure.
Like, all those things are like cousin to one another.
Sure.
Which obviously I do believe, like terrorists, people trying to commit genocide, people fucking murdering people and shit. Definitely, that's like top tier what needs to be worried about.
Sure. I guess at the end of the day, face away from like these petty laws and just focus on like what's really harming people. I forget what and when it comes to like, I fucking forget my point.
You know what I think's fucking harming people the most? Like in American society? In American society, I think it's just the lies, bro. Like, there's just so many fucking lies that go out. I mean, like, half the fucking news articles you see are a lie. It'll be like, or like on Snapchat, it'll say like this Snapchat story. I watched it just last night, and it says, teacher gets KO'd by student. And I was like, ooh. So I click on it. And I watched, like, I'm tapping through, I'm watching these things. I went through like 3-4 minutes, got all the way to the end. And the video that had the thumbnail wasn't even in it. I'm like, dude, like, this is just fucking like, I'm like, this is like everything now. This is what people fucking do. It's like nothing's real in the United States anymore. And it's like people like us, people who are like, I'm going to be unapologetically me. I'm going to realize I make mistakes, whatever. I'm just going to do my fucking best. And like, you know what I mean? Like, we're actually trying, and you're like, I'm not going to fucking lie about it. I'm not going to go and act like I'm at this level when I know I'm not at that fucking level. And it's like, that's what you literally have to do to actually level up. It's like, you have to lie. And it's like, and people be like, oh, it's manifesting. I'm like, no, it's fucking not. You going and buying some nice clothes while you're living at your mom's house so that you can take better Instagram pictures, that's not manifesting. That's not. That's just you fucking, you know what I'm saying? You're faking it till you make it. You're finding a base of people that are younger than you. They're pretty much always younger. And then they start to follow you, and they, like, idolize you. And then that's it. Idolize you off of pictures and videos that they've seen. When if they met you in real life, they probably wouldn't even like you.
Right. That's the thing, man. Every chick that I've met that is like one of those like Instagram chicks or whatever, like just always on their phone, always taking pictures of themselves, like never likable in real life.
They have no depth.
None.
The dudes
they're on their phone all the time.
The dudes too. No depth.
Yep.
Zero depth. And that's it.
Yeah, man. It's so
like,
easy.
And like, this is what dudes don't understand too, because you could be fucking like a music video maker. Maybe you're shooting music videos, right? Mm-hmm. And you could have dope ass videos, just like a girl could be fine as fuck and be on Instagram and all that shit, right? But then if people meet you and it's like that's all you got, like, that's where you're stuck at. Like, that's your baseline. So you better hope that thing feeds all the way through the end of time, buddy. What the fuck was that?
What was that?
Was that fucking thunder?
That might have been. Yeah, it's probably raining out. It's been overcast
Holy
as shit,
fucking shit.
I
It's
saw
raining cats and dogs out there.
I had like Duke dropped dead above us or something. I was like, what the fuck?
Dude, fuck no, bro. That thing rumbled the fucking crib. Holy shit.
God's like, this podcast is too unhinged.
Hey, dude, I fucking, when I woke up today and I saw what it was like, I was just like, go figure. I'm like, go figure. And then the camera drops and shit. I'm like, yep, this is gonna work.
This wasn't meant to be.
Yep. I feel like this is definitely meant to happen. Like, we definitely needed a podcast where it's like, it opens us up more. I feel like the last like few times I've gone on to the McAllister hours too, which shouts out to the McAllister. Shout out Coleman McAllister, the McAllister hours. You know what I'm saying? Go tune into that podcast. Oh fuck, there he is. What's up? And I was just talking about
you talking shit? Talking shit, motherfucker? Talking shit?
I'm the aggressive one. I forgot what I was saying though too. I gave you the last like few times I went on, I feel like I just like went on like very like unprepared.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, and it fucking I don't know, I just kind of was like spitting out the blue, spitting out the random. But today, you know, I was like, okay, I'm not drinking. It's my one day off, but I'm not gonna drink. I'm gonna come in here prepared.
Nice.
Honestly though, you're lucky I didn't show up late. You're lucky.
You showed up early.
I know.
I was shocked. Especially, and you
if I wouldn't have stopped at the gas station, I would have even been extra early.
Yeah, man. Yeah, too early. No, I'm kidding.
Fuck that gas station too, dude. What the fuck did I get? Some sushi, some fucking gum, cheap gum, a Slim Jim,
dude.
Beer. That $40 I spent.
Let me tell you, the first time I ever went to that gas station, not ever, but like one of the first times I went to that gas station was like, I want coffee. I asked him like, hey, do you have any? Because I like those like Starbucks double shot energy drink type things. I was like, hey, do you have any like coffee? And she's like, it's back there. And I spent like 10 minutes looking for the coffee, and I finally was like, okay, like for the third time I'm like, I cannot, like, what are you talking about? She's like, no, I'll just show you. And she was saying the cart, like you had to open the back cooler door where like they put the drinks in, and there's like a cart with like 15 coffee drinks, and none of them were the drink that I wanted, by the way. I'm like, really? You motherfuckers have all this space and you don't have a little bit of shelf room to put the cold coffee beverages? Are you fucking kidding me? So I don't go
but
there.
They got a whole section with fucking milk,
right?
And meats and
they have
cheeses.
a whole mini fucking grocery store in there, and you have a cart with like the thing that
that's in the back.
That's like the reason people go to a gas station, right? They're like me and they're leaving for their shift. And you're like, hey, I want some coffee. I want like the cold Starbucks coffee. I want your shitty brew coffee. No, we have a cart.
Wasn't there a Starbucks right next to it though, connected to it?
Well, that's probably why, right? They're like, hey, go spend $7 at the Starbucks next door. I'm like, I'm not gonna, like, I don't have time for that. I don't have 10 minutes to wait. And
it's all a fucking game.
It's a scam,
dude.
man.
Just
it's
like how they fucking put the gas stations right outside. They got the Hy-Vee gas station right outside of the Hy-Vee. Yeah, doesn't make any fucking sense, dude.
I mean,
obviously it makes sense because you could grocery shop in it. But then,
property,
fuck them, dude. They're just fucking doing it so then they can put a bunch of shit in the store.
Oh, you're talking about? Oh, sorry. We were talking about earlier the price difference.
Yeah,
in the gas. Okay.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then the fact, like, and they do that on purpose. It's like, bro, you could just build like a little hut. You know, like, have you ever been inside of like one of the Walmart gas stations? They'd be like little huts, bro. Some of them are like as big as this fucking room. Mm-hmm. Couple coolers with quick drinks and shit.
Yeah.
Water, some soda, the usual snacks, and it's just real basic shit like that. It's like you could have just done that, but no, because they put a whole fucking kitchen in the bitch. In the Hy-Vee gases, they put a whole fucking kitchen in there, bro. Making quesadillas and tenderloins and cheese balls and burgers. Like, nigga. Yeah. And then, fuck them, dude. Fuck them.
Yeah.
I can't, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but what we fucking need is an Aldi's gas station outside of Aldi's.
You have to pay a quarter just to use the pump.
Yeah, that is kind of a weird thing. I mean, it helps like people, I guess, put their carts back. I never take my quarter back though. I always just leave it in.
Yeah, you have to bring your own nozzle. You have to bring your own gas nozzle.
Nah, dude, all these is lit, dude. All these is lit.
I don't know. Like, here's the thing about all these, and like where I live, there's actually all these right next to the Hy-Vee, so in theory, it could go to both pretty easily, actually. But I don't know. I feel like Aldi's has really shitty produce and meats. It always goes bad the day after. And like the only way to really, you have to bring your bags all the time.
Bro, I still
the
got
whole thing with the cart is just annoying. I don't give a fuck. Like, just give me the fucking cart. I'm not paying the quarter. Like, fuck off with the quarter.
You get the quarter back as soon as you put
I don't
the cart
care.
back.
I'm not putting a fucking quarter
You're
in the cart.
one of those pieces of shits that doesn't put your cart back, aren't you?
Yeah.
You just leave your cart at your fucking parking space at Walmart.
It. Bro, no.
Oh, this fucking
You know
guy.
what I do? All the carts are lined up. I will like take all the bags out, just park the cart right in front of right in front of the lines and walk away. Just leave it. But you know what? I think I'm doing somebody a favor because somebody's now walking in at the same time that I'm leaving and saying, "Oh, there's a cart right there. I could just grab it and walk through the store."
Yeah,
so I think I'm doing the world a favor, man.
I don't know, dude. Except for the dudes who got to go and pick up the... Actually, maybe, because have you seen the new things that they got?
With what?
They got, like, car things. It's like little, like, motorized carts to go and pick up shopping carts.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they've had this
I think you have to
forever,
manually load them on. I mean, they didn't have them in Oskaloosa forever, but that's for sure.
No,
I just saw my first one earlier this year, and I was like, oh. Well, I've seen them on, like, videos, but that's the first one I saw in person. I was like, oh, Iowa's upgrading.
Yeah,
I'm also an old-ass man, you know?
You know, even though like we're the same age, like 27, 28, like even though we're that old, like it is easy to feel like an old man with like how fast things progress in this day and age. With like,
I'm not that fucking old though, so those old motherfuckers better not go talking shit, dude. But like, dude, I'll start running right now. I'll watch you pull a hamstring within 2 minutes, motherfucker.
I haven't run in a minute, dude. I have plaques outside of like going to cross country state, and like now
you went to cross country state
4 times.
Fucking nerd.
I think you said before we would have not gone along in high school. I don't think. I was a band geek, man. I was an artsy band geek.
Dude, we definitely wouldn't have gotten along because I was a fucking dick, dude. I was so mean. Like, you gotta think. So when I was like 9 years old, 9 and a half is when I got put on ADHD medication.
Oh, shit.
Then while I'm 10 years old, my best friend gets killed. And then while I was 11, I start taking... Actually, I still might have been 10. Somewhere in that area, though. Then I started taking the HGH because, like, it was helping me grow and shit because they were afraid I was going to only, like, end up being, like, 4'11". So...
Did it help?
I mean, I think so. I don't know.
Okay.
The goal was to get me to 5'7", but I stopped taking them early. Because then I started, like, you know, I had a smartphone. Was able to read about stuff. I was like, oh, this stuff's probably not good. Probably going to make me die sooner. And now I'm at this point where I'm just like, fuck it.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah.
That's crazy they didn't, like, disclose that to you. Like, they didn't, like, didn't inform you better about that.
Maybe they probably fucking... It's like... I mean, there's no, like, real proof to, like, how bad it is. Some people... There's, like, dudes that take it. That are, like, fucking bodybuilders that are getting, like, all fucking jacked and shit. But,
I see.
it can have negative effects as well. And it's just, like... I would have probably... I don't know what I would have done if I could have made my own choice. Honestly, but... I was a mean motherfucker. I was not happy, dude. Yeah. I wanted to die. I did not give a fuck about a fucking thing, dude.
Yeah, I was the same, but, like, I wasn't mean. I was just sad all the time. I was just, like well, that's the thing.
Depressed. I was sad, but then it's like, I was just sad. So I'd be, like, sitting there quiet, and then somebody would be like, hey, are you okay? And I'd be like, get the fuck away from me. Don't ever ask about my fucking feelings. Like, that's me. Like, I still kind of be that way too.
Yeah.
To some people at least.
I feel like that internally when somebody asks me if I'm okay, like my entire body just like my heart sinks to my stomach. I'm like, oh god, I have to like deal with this.
I'm not fucking okay.
I
dude.
just
What do you want from me? Like, why even bring it up? Why bring it the fuck up, dude? You're just gonna stress me the fuck out. This is what we do. Bill Burr. Actually, I'm gonna fucking quote him here. He fucking said something happened. He did a bit about it, and something happened, and he started to cry. He said, "I shed one single tear, and then I went." Put it back in the jar, closed the lid, and he added it to the shelf of anger that sits in every man's chest. And I was like, this is the most. That is how I knew that. Hearing that stand-up bit right there, I was like, I am a man. Like, I am no longer a boy. That is where it hit me right there after hearing that bit. I was like, if a almost 50-year-old man, this is the way he speaks, I'm like very close. Very close. I get like 5 tears, and then I get it back in the jar.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But
yeah. He also grew up in Boston. That's just like some rough fucking shit.
I'll tell you what though, dude. I feel like I got that type of attitude.
Oh yeah, no. I feel like that's why I feel like I do too. I feel like that's why you and I get so along.
Like, hey,
so well. Like,
fuck you.
Yeah. There's a vibe. There's a vibe that people like you and me have versus people who just
Boston.
don't get it.
How do you do a Boston accent? I'm from Boston.
Dude,
who's from Boston? Boston? Is that how they say it? Boston? I don't know if I'm doing good or not.
Hey,
how the fuck?
You like apples?
No, not apple. Pizza. We got that best pizza. Fuck that New York pizza. Boston, baby. Who plays for Boston? The Celtics. Boston
Jimmy
Celtics.
Costigan?
Boston pizza. Bill Burr. Fuck you.
Fucking Jimmy Costigan owns all of Boston. You ever seen The Departed?
No, I haven't.
God damn it, dude.
Is it a movie?
Yeah, it's like a.
I'm not a movie guy, dude.
Watch
like
The Departed.
movies.
Watch The Departed.
Don't
It's so
like
fucking
movies,
good, dude.
I like shows.
Like The Departed isn't even like an artsy movie. That's just a good fucking movie. Go watch The Departed.
Who's in it?
Jack Nicholson, Leonardo DiCaprio, not Brad Pitt. Matt Damon, Mark Wahlberg, Alec Baldwin. I can't remember who else.
Huh?
Yeah.
Does he shoot anybody?
He does not, unfortunately. That would make the movie 10 times better.
Oh, fuck, dude. Oh, my God. What's it called again? You're going to have to send it to me. You're going to have to text it to
The
me.
Departed.
Yeah.
It's a Scorsese film.
What's it on?
No idea, bro. I have it on DVD. I'm a nerd. You're talking to a nerd.
Yeah, I saw that whole box of DVDs. I will say, though, respect.
Thank
because
you.
the one title that I saw in my scan by was Grease. And I don't care what anybody says, dude. I don't care what anybody says. I know it's like a corny old white movie.
Yeah.
I was raised by my white mother, so it was in my household. I saw the movie multiple times.
Yeah.
And I don't like musicals. Like, I'm not going to go sit down and watch Grease, but I respect cinema for good cinema. And, like, what else is there to compare it to, really? Oh, there's, like, Hairspray that came out, and there's, like, High School Musical. Trash. Garbage. Absolute garbage. Nobody's fucking, she's the one that I want. Or, no, you're the one that I want. You are the one I want. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Like, they was killing it out there. Maybe not with the dance moves, though.
Did you ever see West Side Story?
Nah, I don't think so.
Oh, that's like my favorite all-time musical, man. It's so good. It's like a modern telling of Romeo and Juliet, but it's like the white people are the shark, or one of the sharks and one of the.
Actually,
the white people
maybe
are the Jacks, and the Puerto Rican Hispanics are the Puerto Ricans are the sharks.
Wait, when did this come out, though?
The 60s.
The more modern version did?
Or was there a modern version?
I thought you said it was like a more modern
version
of Juliet.
Yeah, well, it was modern in the sense of like it was like.
Bro, I think that's thunder. I don't think that's your dog. I hope your dog's okay though. Is he afraid of storms?
He's fine.
Dude, my dog, Bo, he's tweaking at home right now. He's on the couch, shaking. I know it, dude. He fucking, as soon as, like, we went outside last night, lightning came. Very distant thunder. And then he just comes sprinting up out of the darkness to the door. Like, can I go back inside? I'm like, you're a fucking bitch. You are a fucking pussy, dude. One little bit of thunder, and he's like, nope.
Suck it up.
For real, dude. Sometimes it really pisses me off. Because it's like, it'll be, dude, oh my fucking God. It'll be like storming outside. All right? You can already hear the thunder. And I'm up walking around, and he's following me around dancing like he's got to go out and go to the bathroom. I'm like, okay, you got to go out? He runs to the door. He's whining and shit. I let him out. Doesn't even make it 30 seconds because he hears thunder. Like, it scares him so bad that he won't even stay outside to go piss. And I'm just like, dude, just go to the bathroom, bro. The dude's fucking...
Well, just be inside. He'll be fine.
I was worried about him when I first got him the first time it stormed. Like, I thought, like, something was wrong with him, and then I just found out that he's a pussy. Yeah.
My dog's a pussy, too, bro. Fuck.
I remember when I dog sitted your dog and he just fucking walked those circles. I'd go to lay down and then I'd just hear tap, 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 tap.
Oh my God. Dude, well, this new house we have, it all has hardwood floors, and we have been fucking living that the last 2-3 weeks, bro. Oh my God. That dog.
He walks around when you go to bed too?
Well, unless he's sleeping on the bed, but if we don't let him in the bedroom, if we like let him outside or like leave the door open or whatever, he's fucking around with the cat, like, yeah, you hear him. He's like throughout the whole house, and you're like, oh my God.
What tripped me is I already go to bed at like 3 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
So it's like once I lay down, it's 3 a.m. I'm fucking tired. And it's like this nigga wouldn't even hop up into the bed until like 4:30 in the morning. I'm just like, nah, you ready? All right, Bo's in bed by 11.
You know, I do. There's part of me that thinks it's amazing that we're here doing a podcast right now, because it's actually funny. I was texting you as I woke up, and probably right before you were about to go to bed, you were answering.
That was another point. I think that was like really the point where I was like, this podcast is gonna work. Cause you send me a text and I look down. I'm playing Madden, bro. I just got off of playing I was playing Minecraft with my little sister, and fucking so now I'm just like, nigga, no way this nigga just woke up, bro. I'm about to go to bed. You just woke up. That's crazy, dude. I'm just starting my day. Your day is probably almost over.
Yeah, what time do you wake up usually?
I actually woke up today at like 10:30.
Well, today you woke up early. Like on like an average day, like when are you waking up? Well, you work a lot, so you're probably up by then every day.
Dude, it's fucking different. It's different all the time. I was gonna try. I stayed up way too late. I was gonna try to be to work at 7:30 this morning to do some stuff.
Oh, but what time did you get in there?
I didn't go to work today.
Oh, duh. That's right. That's right.
I don't worry. This is my one day off.
That's right. That's right.
So, but now it's like some days I might be there at 10 a.m. or I might go in at noon. Or most of the time, though, like on a regular day, I just go in 1 to 7. Just 6 hours.
That's not bad.
No, that's not bad at all. It's a short shift, but that's because I'm in there at like 10:30, 11 a.m. On a Saturday, and then because you know what I'm saying, I was telling you earlier, I go and I load all the shit up. I get all the list, the product list, and the equipment, and then most of the time Blythe's there to help though too. This past weekend, he was not. He was gone at a festival.
Oh, I'm sure.
And then one of my boss's daughter got sick.
Oh no.
Yeah, and then on Saturday, this dude called in like 15-30 minutes before he was supposed to be there, and it was just like, oh my God.
Man. Well, shit, man. The reason that we had to push this podcast up a couple hours actually is because I got picked up another fucking shift tomorrow because some chick quit. Or people just quit, and like nobody wants to work. Which, and I honestly don't even really, in a sense, I don't even really blame them, like, because the whole system is so fucked. But like even me, like, it's so hard for me to like like get into a job or like if like get dedicated enough, like just have the money be enough. You know, it's weird.
Yeah, I will say that not always. Sometimes, you know, there's been a couple times where it feels like the money's not enough, but
yeah,
I love my fucking job though. And my boss is an amazing lady, dude. She fucking takes great care of all of us. Like, pretty much all my coworkers, I fucking love, dude. And, like, it's a great time. Her husband's awesome, too. I've worked a bunch of events with him. I just worked with this lady the other day. She's probably, like, I don't know how old she is, dude. I can't tell. I'm thinking, like, probably, like, later 30s, maybe mid-30s. I don't know. But I just worked an event with her for my first time, and she's like, you need to tell her to put us together on events more often.
What's the worst job you ever had, you think?
The worst job I ever had.
Yeah.
Like type of job or like worst place?
Place. I mean, I guess either one, but like I would assume it'd be
worst place. I definitely would chalk up to Sports Page in Pella. I worked there for like 2 weeks, dude. The kitchen it's closed now. It closed down. The kitchen was so disgusting.
Yeah.
A bunch of fucking crackheads working there.
Oh, yeah.
It was just fucking absolute fucking foolery. I was like, yeah, no. And they were paying shit, too. They were like, oh, yeah, this is how much you were making. Because, yeah, I don't know. Oh, and then worst shit I ever did for work might have been last year at Cargill. But I don't know. My first job ever, my parents had leased out. They leased out the Can Redemption Center in Oskaloosa. That was fucking gross.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah.
How old were you?
15.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a gross job though, dealing with cans and shit. I used to like have to bring cans to like my dad would like be like, hey, well, I'll let you keep the money if you bring the cans. So I used to do that shit all the time.
Oh, bro.
I gave up living on the south side because you go try to return cans on the south side and you're waiting for an hour. Because I went one time, some lady had 5 trash barrels full of glass bottles. And I was like,
oh, bro, yeah, that's it.
I'm not
exactly,
through.
bro. People would save up truckloads of cans. Like they have a shed where they just save them all up because it's like you don't want to take them in. You know, you don't want to take your cans in once a week and only get $5. You'd rather take them in once a month and one big load and walk out with like $50 or whatever. But
see, and this is why you should vote for me for governor, because I'll take away taxes and then this won't even be a problem. You won't even have to be able to
no state income tax. Yeah, that'd be fucking fire, dude. And we're legalizing all the drugs too. So now those crackheads, you know what I'm saying,
can do crack.
And
in the privacy of their own home.
Yeah. No discrimination for jobs. You can't reject anybody just because they
that's
smoke
not
crack.
true. No, that's not true. No, jobs are independent, man. If you want to, you can shoot. You can. If you don't want to hire someone for being crack, that's fine.
How are the crackheads gonna get houses? We have to get them jobs.
They can get their own jobs. If people don't want to hire them, then maybe they should stop smoking crack.
True. But we gotta get them jobs. We gotta have them doing something, dude. We gotta have them doing something. Because, dude, they're not gonna be able to pick up fucking cans anymore. What the fuck are they gonna do?
That's the great idea.
You just took away the crackhead job in Iowa. Like, it's like, what are they? They're gonna do? All the copper is just gonna disappear.
It's gonna be like the
all
fire.
The copper is going to disappear.
Des Moines doesn't have water this week because all the crackheads took the piping.
Exactly, dude. Everybody's satellite dishes go fucking missing.
Well, my counteract to that would be people should arm and defend themselves in their property, so that if somebody does come and do that, you can take care of that problem.
So we're killing the crackheads.
If they come on your property, yeah, fucking shoot them.
Nice.
I agree, 100%.
Nice.
Well, I was like, I don't know if this podcast is gonna work anymore.
No,
This crazy motherfucker.
I'm like, okay.
You're with it? You're with it?
Yeah,
all right,
dude.
I got one vote.
I didn't fucking pay all this money on these guns for fucking nothing. What the fuck, come on? That's like why when people fucking threaten me, like I've had people threaten me in Des Moines, and they're like, I have your fucking address. I'm like, okay, use it. Use it, motherfucker. Like, I will go to jail and fight the case, bro. But,
Oh, shit. God damn.
What are you doing today, dude?
Fucking dropping shit.
Bro. Are you on drugs? I'm drinking.
Legalize it, baby.
Look, dude. I'm supposed to be spilling beers. Oh my god, not the meth.
Yeah, man. I got a little happy can meth. I took one of your beer cans. I made a little pipe out of it.
I remember one time when I was like 17, we were tripping acid. Went to my buddy's house, and his dad was banging meth.
Oh shit!
Oh, dude, just banged a whole fucking bunch of it, bro.
That would be awful.
The fucking needle in his arm still, and he's just. I'm just like. I didn't know how to feel about it, dude. Just tripping fucking balls, dude. And that's what I'm saying. I just kind of like, I don't know though. It kind of like didn't really really weird to watch, but it didn't really affect me that much. Like, we just kind of went on to the next thing. So
yeah, that's the thing about when you're on acid, man. Like, you see weird, crazy shit, and you kind of just move on from it, or like you have weird thoughts. You're like, all right.
I feel like I could have moved on from it too if I was sober. I have more trouble with things like that now than I did then. Like, now I'm like, ooh, I don't want to, like, no. You know what I'm saying? Back then, I was just like, fuck it. I was like, dude, I'm telling you, in high school, I was like, just anarchy, dude. It was like, fuck it. The only time I had my shit together ever in high school is during wrestling season.
Yeah.
Otherwise, no sir.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of discipline in that. I knew people that were wrestling, and that was just watching them go through that was crazy.
My most toxic relationship ever. Dude, you're like, I fucking hate this. It's terrible. Once it's over, you're like, oh my god, I can eat again.
Did you purge a lot?
I fucking purge.
Like for weight, weigh-ins or whatever. Yeah.
What do you like? Just like not
puke
eat
or whatever.
Oh,
like no, I never did that.
I don't do that.
So you did it legit. You just like you didn't eat or whatever, or you had a diet or whatever. Like you actually like maintained your weight.
Diet. Doing it the right way is dieting.
So you just like picked like a weight class that like didn't necessarily cater to that. Is what you're saying?
I mean, yeah, I cut though. Like I'd come into a season. I think I came into my sophomore season at like 212 pounds.
Oh wow!
And then it was probably like 4 weeks before the first meet, and so I had to get down to 195. Yeah.
Damn.
But then after that, you get a 2-pound allowance. So if I would have came in at like 195.7, I'd be okay. But yeah, they were like pretty fucking strict on it, dude. If you came in at like 195.1, they're like, go do jumping jacks. Yeah.
Yeah, well wrestling was just terrifying to me in that regard. It seemed like it was intense. Like I was in cross country, but like it was never to the point where like the coach was like mean or like, you know, whatever, or like just get to that point. I don't know.
Dude, coaches do get kind of mean. It was like people bully each other, bro. We got fucking harassed, bro. Like my freshman year, super bad harassed. I remember my stepbrother was a senior, okay? Mm-hmm. And I didn't really know how to wrestle. I had never wrestled before, so like this is my first time like doing this shit. And fucking we're in there and the lights just go off. It just went pitch black. I'm like, because I was like actually wrestling with my brother, although that he was lower weight class. And fucking all of a sudden, like, the lights went off and I just like felt a hand on my shirt and I got pulled straight to the ground. And he was like, stay down. And like, so I just stayed down and all you hear is like a bunch of stomping around and like, like grunts and fucking claps and shit. And you're like, what the fuck is going on? There was a thing. And it was like a tradition for years. It ended while I was in high school, where once a year during season, the seniors and juniors would go. It would basically be like the seniors go sit somewhere, you know, like stay out the fucking way. senior or juniors go sit somewhere. Seniors are gonna turn the lights off, and then they're just gonna start swinging on sophomores and freshmen in pitch black, and they just walk forward swinging, bro. Like there's guys with bloody noses and shit. Oh my god! Kids crying and shit.
Holy shit!
Coach comes in. He's like, "What the fuck happened?" Nobody said a fucking thing though. Nobody. They ended like my junior or senior year when some kid fucking complained about something. But we used to harass the fuck out of kids, dude. Fucking taping them to chairs and shit. Oh my just fucking god. Coming up behind like smaller guys and just like hip tossing them straight to the ground, god sweeping damn. Them, whatever, dude. We're fucking. Dick. Dude, I became real jockey, bro. When I started lifting weights and shit, and I actually started not getting good, I wouldn't say, but I was getting better. Because at first, when I started wrestling, I was losing everything. I didn't know how to wrestle. And then it's like I started lifting weights, taking shit more serious, testosterone pumping, and I was like, I want to win, and I started winning, and it was just like, I don't know, it just fucking brought something into me. Brought something into me for sure, dude. They change you. Wrestling will fucking change. But like also, I got fucking abused and hazed while I was a freshman and a sophomore. I started lifting right after my sophomore year, going into my junior year. That's when I started lifting weights. Okay. So now I'm like, fuck this, dude. And I'm coming back for vengeance, motherfucker. So every fucking freshman, my junior year, I promise you, dude. They hated my ass, dude. They fucking hated me. They got it.
Goddamn,
that shit'll fucking make a man out of you, though, dude. For real. Yeah. It'll fucking make a man out of you. Like, dude, well, fucking Billy punched me at coach. Billy punched me in the face. Yeah.
Or he commits suicide.
Okay, what are you gonna do? What? I mean, like, that's the thing, though. Like, it's like Billy punched me in the face. It like teaches him, like, okay, what are you gonna do about it? You know what I'm saying? Go over there and choke his ass the fuck out. Like, that type shit. It's like, what the fuck do you mean? But then kids started snitching. I think that's part of the reason why kids changed so much. Like, why has so many kids have fucking changed? I feel like a lot of it is because of, like, what they've done to a lot of the sports. Obviously, there's some kids that fucking got hazed over the top and shit went too fucking far. Yeah. But it's like, nobody in my school was fucking dying and shit. You know what I'm saying? We weren't forcing. There was Lisbon, Iowa. There was kids that got in trouble for shoving the hard end of a jump rope up their teammate's butt. Yeah, dude. Okay. Like, we weren't doing that, really. You're getting punched in the face, not stuff stuck in your booty hole, dude. Like, so.
Dude, Iowa towns are in some weird gay shit, I'm telling you.
Yeah, dude. There's a correct amount of hazing, though, that I think is beneficial to young men. A correct amount of hazing. You know what I mean? Because you know what I miss?
I don't.
You know what I miss more than anything? More than anything, I miss high school wrestling. Probably the funnest time period of my life was high school wrestling. Not a care in the fucking world. All that mattered was like our goal. You know what I'm saying? Was practice, perfection, try to win these meets. And that was it. And like, there was a lot of harassment and shit that went on, but at the end of the day, we were a fucking team and we all stuck together. You know what I'm saying? Especially like you saw it game day, you're out on the mat, you saw it when your bench got behind you. So like, but now these kids gotta fucking hold hands and sing Kumbaya during wrestling practice. The fuck? And listen to this too, if I'm right, I'm pretty sure that Oskaloosa wrestling fucking sucks. It might be better now, but for a few years there, it did fucking suck dick. They had nobody. They had nothing going on. Fuck them.
It's because Junior Cert stopped being the shit out.
Probably, dude.
Yeah, in cross country there wasn't really hazing. It was just like we did dumb shit. We fucked around, but like I don't know. It was pretty chill.
You didn't stick anything up each other's butts.
No, it's not stick anything.
That seems like a cross-country thing to do.
You know, I heard a story when I was in high school, though, of these guys in football. They were, like, all in one of the guys' living room, and, like, one guy had, like, his ball sack on, like, another kid's head, and then the mom just, like, walked in on them and was like, what the fuck happened? And like, this is a story that went around the school, and everybody and these were like the popular kids too.
Oh fuck.
Yeah, and like everybody just like was like thought this was normal. Yeah. And I'm the only one. I'm like, doesn't this just like these are the guys that are like getting pussy? Like, come on, man.
Also, though, I feel like for you to do something like that, though, too, like, I don't know, either you're gay secretly,
or you're just not gay.
Yeah, or you're just like very comfortable with your sexuality. Like you're just,
but who's like that, man?
That is like jock funny type shit. Like, wouldn't it be funny if I put my balls on his forehead? That is pretty funny. Like, yo, here's the picture of Josh with Derek's nutsack on his forehead. Dude, you're gonna tell me that's not fucking funny? I would look if somebody was like, yo, you want to see this picture of a time I put my nut? I'd be like, okay, I don't really want to see your nutsack, but this does sound like a fucking hilarious photo. Like, I might have to see this picture right here, dude.
Well, that yeah, I don't know, but it's just weird, small town shit, man. Small town.
My fucking hand itches weird as fuck right now.
You got a virus in the microphone. It's probably because you haven't. Have you been drinking water today?
I drank some water, but you know what? I had my own bottle of water.
I might be dehydrated. I've been fucking dehydrated as fuck.
I think my water's in my car.
It is.
You think that's why my hand itches?
Could be, yeah. I mean, when I get dehydrated, my legs itch, my feet itch, my hands itch. It's awful. And then you try to drink a bunch of water, like thinking that like that it'll make it, like it'll like flow the blood or whatever, like make it faster, but it doesn't work. Then you just have to pee a ton, and then you still are like waiting.
You gotta get salt, bro.
Salt? Salt will help that?
Yeah. That's
so
what
like,
you get some salt.
So like, what you like? Just like take a pinch of it, or like a teaspoon, or like what?
Okay, so I learned this from shout out to fucking Coach Reed. I don't know where he's at now, but he was a fucking lifting coach, football coach in high school. And one day I was cramping super bad after I was lifting, and he was like, "You don't know about the salt trick." He's like, if you're like cramping really bad, you're dehydrated, you haven't had enough water, you take like, he always kept salt packets in a drawer in his office. Pop open the salt packet, put that bitch in your hand, eat it up, and then slug like half a bottle of water. Because salt retains water.
Interesting.
That's why water doesn't actually hydrate you as much as people think. Water is important. You need water. Your body's like mostly water. Not me. My body's mostly pizza. But
yeah, mine too.
I'm like 73% pizza.
This right here, this is all pizza.
Yeah,
this is all pizza right here.
Yep, mine's pizza, and then this is beer. But fuck it. I still got a lot of muscle on me. When I'm in the gym, I still push some fucking heavy weights.
Yeah, I did like squats, but that was really it when I did weightlifting. Because I was a runner. Like
I got bad knees. I got bad knees. I got fucking diagnosed with fucking arthritis in my knees, dude.
For real? Damn. That sucks, man.
I know. But fuck it.
Smoke plenty of cannabis.
I don't care.
That'll help that, you know.
I was watching the fucking football game, and this dude makes a catch and then like drops right to his knees. I was like, you see that? That's why I couldn't be in the NFL, bud. My legs would have fucking snapped.
That's why you play Madden until 4:30 in the morning, so you can live out your.
Dude, it was more like 5 o'clock in the morning, and I didn't just play Madden.
Yeah.
Okay. First of all, I was listening to the Bad Friends podcast.
Oh, nice.
Because I love it. Bobby Lee and Andrew Santino, they are some real pieces of shit with some of the fucking things they say, dude. The most amazing thing about them, though, is the fact that they started their podcast in 2020.
Yeah.
And some of the shit that they say on it is, I'm like, how did these guys must have, like, just been at this, like, level of popularity where, like, they could still be popular and be successful, but they were just small enough to slide right under the cancellation radar.
Yeah, well, Bobby Lee is like, he's been in the game for a while. I mean,
which is true, like, but he's still popularity
Sure.
doesn't necessarily have to do with history.
Yeah,
he's got a historic record, but he's not as popular as he used to be.
There was a weird. I feel like there was throughout that whole thing of 2020, 2021. There was a weird circle of like comedy podcast people, like not Joe Rogan, but like others who just like could say weird, fucked up shit at the time and like just kind of stay under the like they were bigger fish to fry, right? Like Joe Rogan. Everybody was talking about Joe Rogan, so nobody gives a fuck if.
How are you
Bobby
gonna cancel Joe Rogan? Though,
you can't. They never did. They never will.
It's very hard to cancel somebody that's far right. Like you can cancel them on the left.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't even say he's far right. I mean, I wouldn't say it's accurate
He's
at all.
fairly far right.
Not really, man.
He is pretty centered.
Yeah.
Really, but I mean, he definitely does
He
not like the
considers himself
left.
a leftist.
Does he?
Yeah. Like
He doesn't talk like it.
Well, he's like a classical liberal. and I think-
Basically, like every liberal that comes about in his conversation on his podcast, he's got some shit to say about it. But
Yeah,
he's also had some conservatives come on and been like, "Shut the fuck up, you piece of shit! I'm talking."
yeah, like him and Ben Shapiro and Jordan Peterson, like Ben Shapiro and Jordan Peterson are like way more conservative than Joe. Like they go out all the time.
They're not just conservative though. Like Joe,
hyper, yeah.
They're like fucking yeah, like little squirmy. You know what I mean? They're like little worms. It's like, well, yeah, but judging by my calculations. And it's like, dude, shut the fuck up, dude. Who the fuck are you? You know what I'm saying, bro? Like, God, bro. He's not, Joe Rogan's not the type of person where he needs to get off by just consistently talking shit on other people. That's the thing. Like, he's actually interested in other things.
Yeah.
He's interested in life. But, like, when you break it down, though, you can see, you can definitely see the left in him. You can definitely see the left in him with his drug usage and, like, his open-mindedness like that.
No, he's
not. But then you can definitely see, like, his country boy attitude.
Yeah. No, he's not like Ben Shapiro. Like, Ben Shapiro destroys transgender 8-year-old. You know?
Yeah, exactly, right? It's just like, dude, the dude's fucking goofy. I do watch some Ben Shapiro, though.
When I first got into podcasting, I was really into like Ben Shapiro, Jordan Peterson, but
he's interesting to listen to.
They're interesting, but they get to a point where they're too far that way. They're too religious or too whatever. And
I disagree with a lot of things that he says, but it's like Ben Shapiro, he is interesting. He does a good job on his little talk show podcast type deal. It's a good setup. But then he'll start talking about a subject, and I'm like, yep, huh? No. You know what I mean? Like, those are the stages I go through. It's like, yep, I agree. And then he just, like, keeps going, and I'm like, all right, now you're getting off the deep end.
Well, I think the problem is they both just stopped talking about the things that people were initially, like, interested in them about. You know, like, they both just got so polarized by the political shit, and then they started focusing only on politics and only on like the left and like all that type of stuff. Like they got so zoned in on that, but it's like, no, Jordan, like we were really interested about like, you know, what you thought about like psychology and like, you know, child development, all this stuff. Like that was the stuff that made him interesting in the first place. Yeah. And now he just talks about trans all day. Like
and
nobody gives a shit.
Like most of my like agreement with him from too is like when he like when he's making cases for like terms of development and shit like that, and like bases off education, even like lots of drug usage, even like criminal control. Like there's a lot of things that I can't agree with him on. There's not a dude I'd want in office. That's for sure. You know what I do like?
Who?
Oh fuck, I forgot his name for a second. Tucker Carlson.
Oh, you like him as like just as a broadcaster, or do you want him for president?
I don't know about president. I don't know. Well, the dude's like, well, I don't know if he has a political background besides like being like a political.
No, just in broadcasting. Yeah, I don't think he's ever taken office or anything.
I mean, maybe at some level. I'd like to see I would like to see him run for something and see what his platform would be like. What is he talking about? Like, what's the agenda? Mm-hmm. I'd be interested to hear what it is, because I'm a lot farther right than what a lot of people think.
Yeah.
But I'm just like, I just think a lot of people just get absurd. They fall more. Like, I had a buddy over, and he's like, yep, dude, everything's gonna go to shit. He's like, this is where our country ends. I was like, what are you talking about? And he's like, all this trans shit. I was like, I was like, I mean, like, you know, like, I got buddies that don't like trans people. I got buddies that don't like gay people. They don't like them. And I just try not to talk about it with them because it's like, whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you have the right to have your opinion.
Sure.
I'm an American. That's what I am. Red-blooded. Hard. So it's like, but to think, I was like, I think that is a little bit of a crazy opinion, brother. I was like, if you think that the whole country is just going to cease to exist and that America is going to fail just because of trans people, I can't even, I'm not even saying that trans people are a problem and could be like a backtrack or like part of the reason our country failed. I have no fucking idea. I think that's kind of like an absurd thought.
Yeah.
But
I think it's a distraction, really. I mean, I think the corporate press is taking so much. They're taking this thing, like blowing it up.
Exactly.
And then
way
people are distracted on that.
Because there's been trans people.
Yeah. Exactly.
Like there's been, but now it's super fucking popular.
Yeah, they don't want to talk about the inflation. They don't want to talk about how everything's more expensive.
Exactly.
But they want you to talk about trans.
Yeah, there's like 1,000 things that I can see being the end of this country before it trans people.
Yeah, trans is so far on the list. Like, I got that book, Irreversible Damage, by, I can't even remember who the author is.
Irreversible Damage?
Yeah, it's about like, it's basically about like this phenomenon of like young girls all getting together in groups and being like, we're trans. Which is like not really doesn't really track with like the traditional like how, you know, how we understand like sexuality and gender, like all that type of stuff. But like, you know, I couldn't even finish that book. Like I read like the first chapter and I was like, you know, at the end of the day, like I just don't care enough about this to like get like so hyped up and be like, oh, I hate this, I can't stand this. Like I just like,
that's
whatever.
What I think too, bro.
Do
like,
whatever you want. You want to cut your dick off?
You fucking see this shit? You fucking see this shit? You see this dude that says he's a fucking chick now? And I'm like, I don't fucking care.
Who cares?
I do get it though, because I have heard like women that disagree with it, and they're like,
they think like trans men are kind of taking the spotlight, type of stuff, or
it's like trans, like the whole like trans women are women movement.
Yeah,
some ladies like very.
There are a lot of women who are pissed about
disagree
that.
with that.
Yeah, man. Yeah, they're like, because
I feel like it could be like insulting though too. Have you seen like the picture that they came out with, and it's like a bunch of trans women with the blood on the crotch to like symbolize a period, and it says like trans women are women. And it's like,
oh well, yeah, I can see how that.
I mean,
that's
like,
just dumb. That's just straight retarded.
Yeah, it's like you're like, I mean, like, I don't know. Yeah, I didn't make the poster. I just saw it. I saw it on somebody's fucking broadcast. I watched too many fucking podcasts, but I can see where some women would be insulted by it. At the end of the day, though, I don't really fucking give a fuck what you want to fucking do.
I'll say this.
As long as you're not fucking like a weirdo.
I'll say this. If you're trans and you're retarded, I have a problem with it. No, I'm kidding.
And it's a fucking no-go. I do disagree with, to an extent. I definitely, like, especially in like combat sports, I don't agree with like trans women being in like a women's league.
See, that's another thing, man. I don't give a shit.
I mean, if it's signed
don't give a shit.
In like a combat sport, if it's like signed off on, you know, like, hey, you are fighting this person, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, is that because, dude, like, there was like one time this happened where a trans woman MMA fighter beat the fuck out of a chick, broke her fucking face, dude.
Goddamn.
It was like Fallon Fox or something like that. We'll have to fucking look it up. Next episode, we'll have to fucking put the little thing in there and show them this video. Fucks her up. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Like,
but that woman also like I mean, I assume she voluntarily did that, right?
Possibly. Don't know for sure, I guess. I don't know those details. We could look into that and we could find out. See, and then that's okay. That's okay. But like when it came to like the swimmer, the Leah Thomas thing, a lot of those girls were spoken out because they weren't in agreement with it. I mean, I think at the end of the day, that's a decision that really needs to be made by women. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because you're altering. Because also at the same time, it's not like you have enough trans people that are athletes like that to just build trans leagues.
Yeah, I guess I don't I don't care about sports at all. I think
That's true.
Like I think okay. Let me put it this way: sports were created by the Romans to distract its citizens from what was happening politically in the world, and I think that's working perfectly today.
Well,
still,
yeah. I mean, I'm
get
still
the whole.
gonna watch football. What the fuck am I gonna do to change everything that's going on in the world?
You can change your environment around you.
Oh yeah, I can still do that and watch football.
Look, it's fine. I'm not saying there's anything
Football
against
has brought a lot of good people into my life. You know that? It's brought a lot of good times. It's brought some broken stuff. That's for sure. It's brought a couple holes in the butt. Brought me some heartbreaks.
Yeah.
But, you know, it's been a fucking great ride. I've seen some... See, if you've ever played football, too, though.
I played football.
You, like, played...
Yeah,
like,
I was in middle school, and I played growing up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Middle school is fair.
Look, there was a time where I was into sports. Like when I was like, 12, 13, like a little older, like I was still, I was into football. I used to play football with my friends and all that, but I don't know, man.
Yeah, I can get, like, if you don't like watching it. I mean, like, if you don't know anybody, too, it's hard to just fucking get into. It's hard. But, like, you see some fucking incredible shit. Like, it's cool to fucking see these guys out here that are rookies now, and they come out here and they're making crazy plays, and it's like, dude, this dude just came into the league 21 years old right now, tearing it the fuck up. That type of shit is just cool to see. I like rooting for those people. I like cheering them on. Like, I can't even... It's so hard now to even be a fan of one team because there's so many young guys in there. There's guys that are younger than us just fucking killing the game,
That's
dude.
wild.
And I'm just like, fucking go you, dude. Go fucking get it. And they're fucking whores, too. Fucking hella whores.
I definitely can appreciate, like, the, what's it, like, the... How do I say this without sounding gay? Like the appeal of like somebody's physique and like physicality, like being able to like
oh yeah,
like
absolutely.
conquer like and like do great things, crazy things.
Dude, if
like,
you ever got caught, dude, you never looked at bodybuilders in high school, did ya?
No.
When I first started lifting weights, dude, I would watch dudes' videos and shit. And like when they're lifting weights and at the end of it, they're doing their poses and shit, got their shorts all rolled up. So it looks like a dude basically in his fucking underwear, and people come over my shoulder. They're like, "What the fuck are you watching, bro?" But it's like, it's not like I was checking these guys out like, "Oh man, he's hot." It's like I'm checking him out like, "Oh dude," like it's like because when dudes flex, when people flex, you see different striations and like muscles are built differently.
Yeah.
Some people have more flatlined biceps. Some people have more peaks to their biceps, and it's like, ooh. I see. You see how that vein comes through his shoulder? I want that. How do you get that? What's his shoulder workout routine? These are the things that process in your fucking dome. So it's like really easy to appreciate that if you've ever fucking... I mean, like you going to state for cross country, you clearly had to put fucking work in to get there.
Yeah,
you didn't just get there just by saying, yeah. Like it fucking takes a massive amount of fucking work, and so like I see where the NFL sucks, trust me, and shit like that. It is so corporatized. We were just talking about this the other day. I was talking about it with Blade. I was like, imagine all the players that could have been great that we never got to see because they didn't get chosen to get developed the way as other guys. It's a proven fact. A whole article came out about it. This guy, Daniel Jones, he plays for the New York Giants, and he's not playing well this year. It's like he is one of the highest paid quarterbacks of all time. And a huge reason why he's on that team and they're getting behind him is because he looks like a quarterback. Because he physically looks like a quarterback and looks good. If you're better looking and people know you better, like you could bring up two guys, they could be like, this guy's actually better and we probably could develop him faster, but we could spend more time and resources on this guy, and hella people are going to come to watch the game. They're going to tune in on TV. They're going to buy his jersey. He's going to sell tickets. And if you sell tickets, you sell merch. You sell tickets and merch. You sell concessions. And so it's like there's so many money politics and so much greed behind it that it's like the football would be absolutely insane if you took away 50% of that. Would be absolutely nuts. Like there's probably so many guys that are sitting around like, yeah, I played 2 years in the NFL but got cut. because they're an ugly son of a bitch. Oh shit!
Well, they do that in college too. Like I remember there was that whole scandal where that one kid was getting paid by the NFL or something, or no, maybe not by the NFL. He was getting paid by a college, like in high, like they were doing like a recruiting process, and they were like sending him money or like they got a new car and all this
people
shit.
do that. I don't know necessarily about money and shit, but like people recruit. Even in high school, at high school levels, big high schools, like they might send you an email, be like, hey, this is why you should come here, and then like get you to come and check out the school, and then while you're face to face and there's no actual proof of it, the high school coach is talking to you and he's like, well, I'll tell you what, we get a lot of big looks from colleges, and if you come and play here, you're gonna be starting right away. It's recruiting. And I mean, there's just no documented paperwork. There's no payments going, but it's like these kids are fighting for college positions and shit like that.
Yeah, exactly.
It's absolutely fucking insane, the politics that does go into sports, and that does suck. But I don't know, dude. If I see a fucking 23-year-old dude out there making millions of dollars and he's making great plays, it's like he fucking worked for that. Like,
yeah,
we could look around all day and be like, shoulda, coulda, woulda. Well, maybe if I would have put my whole life into it, but you didn't.
Okay, but like millions for sports, and like there are people who like do actual things that like help society.
Well, then why don't those things make? Well, I mean, I can't tell you why.
Because
they make money based off of how much money the NFL makes. You know what I'm saying?
That? Sorry?
They make money based off of how much the NFL makes. So it's not like, I mean, it's not like, yeah, I do think it's ridiculous. I think a lot of them get paid way too much. If I was a star quarterback in the NFL right now, I would be the lowest paid quarterback, even if I was the best, because I would build a team of fucking greats and elites around me. But people don't do that. They fight for the payment. But I mean, also, you're putting your body, you're lying on the line. You could end up with CTE. You know, there's people who fucking like get like seriously bad injuries and that shit. And they want their families to be set, and they want their families to be set. So I get it to an extent. Now, if the NFL was being federally funded, then...
it is. It is 100%, dude. It's a corporation.
I mean, maybe to an extent, but it's not like there's just fucking like billions of dollars coming right out of taxpayer money. They do get
maybe
like,
not billions, but I'm sure they give
they do get support from cities when like building stadiums and shit like that.
When the economy has tumbled both in 2008 and at COVID, the government bailed all these corporations out, and probably including the NFL and all these other companies. Which is true. During COVID, there's no reason that the NFL, frankly, there's no reason any of these sports industries should even be around after COVID. They had a whole year or two where they didn't even play. How are they still around making money?
Oh no, they still
definitely
played.
Got bailed out by the government.
Everybody still played.
Well, maybe they did.
They did I don't remember, there were stadiums that could only have 20% for a little while.
Well, okay, even something like that, though. They're losing so much money. They're losing so much money. There's no way that everyone
then they also are making money from streams as well. Those people can't go to the games. They're watching on TV.
But I guarantee they had net losses, and the government bailed them out. I guarantee.
I'm sure they got bailed out. I mean, there was LeBron James got money from the government.
Yeah. Oh, did he really?
Yeah, he got $5 million or something like that in 2020.
Did you hear about his school?
No.
He started this high school and their grade rate is awful. It's one of the worst schools in the area.
Oh, really?
Yeah, well, because it's one of those underprivileged type of things, but it just doesn't work. They just still have shit grades, and so everybody's kind of trashing him for that right now.
But, I mean, at least he's trying, I guess.
True. Yeah. I guess you give him credit for that.
That's probably what he got funded for then.
Yeah. Well, that's what I was kind of thinking. I was wondering if it was maybe for that. Yeah. Maybe he just started that for COVID.
Well, you know what, though? You do also got to say, though, you got to look that the NFL has done, a lot of good and cool things for a lot of people. But it also, obviously aligns around youth football a lot, but they have done things to help the youth and shit like that. There's a lot of things that teams in their areas do to support their areas and support their communities.
Yeah.
Because it's really feeding money back into themselves. Yeah. They give out free tickets to other shit. Like, they
True.
do a lot of shit. I mean, at the end of the day, I guess we can't really make a fucking solid judgment call unless we're there and we get to that fucking point. And I think
true.
the only way to get there for us is through this podcast.
Yeah.
I think this is the only way to make it happen, dude. We have nothing.
I've been thinking that myself. Well, I think that's a great way to end this son of a bitch, by the way. To just say that this is it, everybody. Please support us.
Yeah,
Please
right.
support our podcast.
Send us fucking money, dude.
Send us fucking money.
You fucking send us money, dude.
Send us money to the Patreon that we don't have up yet.
Yeah, one day.
One day.
You can just cash app us. Cash app me.
Just him.
I will send Coleman his 32%.
Hey, there you go.
Yeah.
32%. That's a little low. I think we need to renegotiate.
I like
that.
how you say yeah at first, and then we get like 30 seconds of silence, and you come back to it.
Lolo, plug your shit. What do you got going on? For those who don't know, you're also a rapper.
Well, musically, I got nothing going on.
Oh, nothing. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you're doing nights of football nights at your private bar.
Yes, we are, but I got some more exciting things to plug.
Go for it.
I just officially started writing my first 5-minute stand-up bit.
Oh, wow. Okay. Nice.
Like my first well put together
Hell
one,
yeah.
not just a list of jokes and notes, like something
Sure.
that's actually meant to fill 5 minutes.
Oh, wow.
You know what I'm saying? And it's a bit, it's a whole bit, so it's like multiple jokes.
Are you really about to
Within the
do stand up
same-
more before me, motherfucker?
Well, I'm hoping that when I go to my first open mic, you'll be ready.
Ooh, yes.
Because that's what it usually is, as far as I've heard. Like, you'll get anywhere from 2 to 5 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
So if I can plan to fit 5 minutes, and I'm gonna have to do some practicing, dude. I'm gonna have to practice it, figure out the timing with it.
Hell yeah. Let's do it,
So,
man. That sounds fun. That sounds fun
It's
as
gonna be
fuck.
fucking hard work, but that's what I have to plug. I have to plug
Hell
that.
yeah.
And I have to plug the Unhinged and Uncensored podcast. There's gonna be
Unhinged and Uncensored.
And it's like the things that are just to come out of this, like there's so many topics we get to talk about, and like we're gonna do so much fun stuff. Eventually we're gonna have guests. I see us doing challenges in the future. I see no reason for us to not do the one chip challenge. The one chip challenge.
I don't know what that is.
It's like the super popular challenge with like the dark one tortilla chip that's like fucking the spiciest chip in the world.
Oh yeah, fuck
And
yeah,
it fucking just destroys people.
yeah. I got a bottle of like fucking insane hot sauce that I haven't opened yet. We could.
Oh my
fuck
god.
with that.
Yeah, dude.
Do like a hot ones.
I was watching a fucking podcast where these dudes all put fucking some fucking hot, it's like some icy hot type of shit, and they all put it on each other's nutsack. Oh. I was like, what the fuck? I was like, what the fuck am I fucking watching right now, dude? They had it blurred, so I didn't have to see that, but I don't think I want to go that far.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But
Kids at camp used to do that. We used to do that to each other. Or well, I didn't do it, but like,
do it to each other?
They used to do that to. They used to do that to each other. Like put hot sauce on each other's balls, and like there was one time where there was
not
like a
to
big
themselves.
speech. Yeah, so there was I went to camp and there was like a closing speech or something. Like these kids are all crying in the corner, and like we went up afterwards, like what happened, and it's like they all put hot sauce on each other's balls right before that, and so they're all just like in the back crying out of pain, and like everybody just looks over thinking they're crying because they're sad. People are crazy.
We
man.
never did that, but we did do. At my buddy's like 13th birthday party, there's like 14 of us too, like 14 dudes, and we all put icy hot on our nuts. But it wasn't like we just like in the podcast it's blurred, but they were flipping their nuts out of their pants. It's like no, we all just globbed it on our hand and shoved our hands in our pants.
God, that's insane.
Why do dudes do that? Like it's not gay, it's just retarded.
I'm telling you, we're all like half gay.
I don't think all of us doing something like now putting it on each other's nuts. That's a little bit different.
Yeah. There's a line that you're crossing there.
But
yeah.
I didn't feel like for me, I know personally that there was no like when we all did it, there was no like sexual feeling behind it, and I don't think there was for anybody else. We were fucking dying. We were laughing so hard. I'm talking like about to piss my fucking pants, cry. It hurt so bad. There's the whole room of us. I remember his mom came home like 25 minutes later, something like that, and it's like just starting to go away. She's like, "What the fuck is wrong with all you idiots? Like, what did you guys fucking do?" We're like, "Nothing." It's like, "You guys are fucking weird." Like, she's right. We were weird.
That's good times, youth. All right, guys, the Unhinged and Uncensored podcast. I keep saying unfiltered for some reason. I don't know why. Unhinged Uncensored.
Catch us next week.
Next week.
When Coleman learns the name. This fucking raggedy piece of shit. Oh my God.
Guys, I also do McAllister Hours podcast, which is every Monday at 7 p.m. I also am part of the brand new Guts. Well, actually, by this point, I don't know if it'll be out, but stay tuned for the Guts and Gore podcast. There's a horror film review podcast to me and Molly, my assistant / girlfriend. Me and her are doing that. So yeah,
that sounds illegal. I don't know if he's my assistant / girlfriend.
There's nothing illegal about fucking
What's
your
that
secretary.
fucking place called? The BBC? No, the BBB. I just think it's funny. It's called BBB, and it's so close to BBC. Just sounds hilarious. With the Better Business Bureau. Yeah, I'm going to call him. I'm going to talk to Sharik or whoever answers the phone. And you're fucked. This podcast is over.